You run your own business and you have plenty of motivation. You're not lazy. You know actions matter more than anything. It's how you build everything in your life so far. But some days, you still can't get things done the way you want. And you've probably watched every single procrastination video out there. You're sick and tired of those. But here's what those videos don't tell you. Feelings don't lead to action. Action leads to feelings. All my clients, literally all of them, ask me the same thing. How do you stay disciplined and how do you keep taking consistent action? And here's what I tell them. Every business owner has motivation, but that's not the thing. Your competition, they work hard and smart too, but every little detail matters. I want to give you today that last piece of an edge, that remaining 5% that has made the biggest impact in my life. If you're tired of staying stuck, click on the link below, hop on a free consultation call with me, and let's break that cycle. You might already know that I'm a big fan of drawings. That's what I'm going to do here now as well. Here on the right of our drawing is motivation. That's given. You're a business owner, you have plenty of it. We're not going to touch that. But typically there are two ways to find that motivation: deep insecurity and a lot of curiosity. It doesn't really matter where that comes from. My fitness background comes from deep insecurity. Nowadays, my business is about curiosity. I want to see how good I am. I don't care where yours come from as long as you have it. That's given now. Today, we're going to talk about actions over feelings. How to make sure that we, on a daily basis, can reset the mind, ignore feelings, and take the right actions. Because this is what happens if you let your feelings determine what to do. If you feel like shit in the morning, I'm sorry, excuse my French, this is what happens. You ask yourself, how do I feel? Because feelings vary. Every day is different. This is what happens. But if you lead with actions, the opposite happens. And this is what we want to see. And there are two questions we ask from ourselves. How do I get there as fast as possible? How do I get there? And number two, how do I stay there? How do I fix my feelings the fastest possible way? I take action. What kind of action? Physical activity. Do something in the morning. I train at the gym. I do some cardio. I go for a walk. I go for a run. You don't have to be a pro athlete. You don't have to go and do a 500-pound deadlift at the gym. That's not my point. If you're not used to doing any physical activity, all I'm asking you to do is to go outside for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, get some fresh air. Because there's a direct correlation between the physical activity that you do and your mind. You start your day off right. When you put that in your calendar, remember, when it's documented, it's in your calendar, it's a priority, and it gets done. That's how you get the right mood. And that's how you then translate that mood into your business. Okay, that's easy. You know that, right? Okay, how do I get there? But then here comes the value adding point. How do I stay there? Here's where I want to introduce my 0 to 1 concept. What this really means, and this might sound counterintuitive to some of you because it's so deep in our DNA too, especially as business owners, to set those long-term goals. I want to make this much money, acquire this many properties, or get this much or this many customers and get a lot happier, whatever the goal is. And it's all about that long-term goal, and we keep staring at it all the time. And I think that's one of the biggest problems, because I can use myself as an example now. I launched my third business from scratch a little over a year ago, and there are times, tough times, like right now, when I'm going through a really tough, rough patch of not really getting leads and customers and whatnot. So if I keep staring at that long-term goal that I had of building my business, I make the fundamental mistake of thinking about my feelings and not taking the right actions. But what if I looked at every day as an individual effort, as a separate effort? My only goal is to go from 0 to 1 that day. 0 to 1 basically means that I identify the winning actions and I just take those. And I fully accept that the following day, I go back to 0. So I don't build any long-term lasting reserves. Like eating and sleeping, think about it. I eat now, and in 4 or 5 hours, I'm going to be hungry again. What happens to my sleep? I have a good night's sleep. Tomorrow morning, I'm fresh and energized. But in 12 hours, I have to go back to bed again because I'm tired. What if business actions and life overall was the exact same thing? That there is no single activity, workout, meal, sleep that fixes everything. That the following day you have to start from scratch. And when you literally disconnect yourself from that long-term goal and you look at just one day at a time, you ask yourself, did I empty my tank, or did I do the required actions to take me from 0 to 1? That's all I can do. Because actions fix all feelings. And sometimes the goal is so far ahead in the future that we get overwhelmed and frustrated if we keep staring at it. This is the thing that has helped me the most, has kept me in the game for 30 plus years when it comes to fitness. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 16 years. And this thing here is the single most important thing that has allowed me to do that. From 0 to 1 every day, and fully expect there to be nothing left when you wake up tomorrow morning. No reserves built, and do it all over. Those people who can reset their mind, accept the fact that full reset, fully from scratch again, the following morning, are the ones, in my opinion, who are the most successful in the long term. If you're tired of letting feelings decide your future and you want help building a system that keeps you moving forward and gives you that last final piece of an edge, that 5% that makes all the difference in the world, book your free consultation call right now. The link is down below. During that call, we will identify what keeps you stuck, what actions to take, and how to stay on that path in a consistent and meaningful way. That offer, like I said, is completely free, up to you, from me to you, my offer, use if useful. And other than that, I thank you for the opportunity to present my ideas again in this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one.